So there was a video that Ariana Grande did, right? It's on the internet, you can see it. She was doing an interview. And as she was doing the interview, you heard like a train horn go by, right on cue, and she jumped and she looked back. Now that's a tactic that the Matrix and energy vampires like to do. Those little small jump scares. When somebody who has a high frequency, the energy in their light is too high. You gotta pay attention to that. So what you just saw, what she went through, that's what happens. That's why a lot of y'all spiritual awakening, all the albums like this was rising, you know, with your frequency. You pay attention to honks, right? Sirens, horns, ambulances, fire trucks. And it's, even when you step outside, they'll do it by you, right? On timing, right? A cop car could just drive by you. All of a sudden, as they're driving by you, boop, boop, around you. But they didn't do it yet. They just boop, boop, right on you. So you could, a little small, just to take some of that energy. Just like ambulances. Unnecessary, woo, woo, woo. That's why you see people cover their ears. It's frequency. It's messing up with people's frequency. That's why people, sometimes they change their mood and all that with the noises. Fire trucks too. All that noise. Cars around you, right? Or sometimes somebody's on the phone. They ain't speaking yet. You walk by. Now they mad on the phone. They yell, but it's like, what? So when you saw her do that little jump scare, that's a little tactic that energy vampires do. The Matrix does with the noises. And that's a tactic that witches and warlocks like to do too. When your energy, right? Your aura. This is why, I say if you go outside your crib, this is why you see somebody turn the corner on timing, right? Looking at you like a robot. Cutting the corner. Corner on cue. You're about to go to the stairs. Here comes somebody try to open the door fast in the staircase looking at you, or somebody's coming up or down the stairs around you. They try to do these little pop-ups, like a quick, to try to throw you off so you could just start a little bit, get the energy. Pay attention to that. It's a real thing. Energy vampires, that's a tactic that witches and warlocks do. That's a tactic that energy vampires do just to get a little piece of your energy. That's why they be doing those noises. Unnecessary. And they do it around you. They do it around you. A siren on cue, timing. When you start understanding, you start paying attention to the noises, that's why you see what you see. Energy vampires is a real thing. Look at, what's that girl's name? Cynthia, or how you say her name? Or Revo? Why you think she's all clingy on Ariana? Everybody's wondering, what's wrong with her? That's an energy vampire. Always on her. Clingy. A witch. You're the honksy? A witch. Trying to steal Ariana's energy. Taking it. Need it. Obviously, somebody had more light than the other. So, I need to be around that aura. I need to be around that energy. I gotta keep touching it, taking it, be around it. No, I don't want nobody around her. Mine. That's an energy vampire. That's what y'all were witnessing. An energy vampire. That's what they do. That's why when you wake up and you go outside, that's why you see how people be around you. Empaths, you can feel it, right? That's why you see people around you. The timing. Sometimes they'll stop. You walking, now they walking in your pace, but they stop because it's an aura, right? So when you understand about that, now it makes sense. When you see her interview and you saw her reaction, boom, she did that quick jump scare. That's to just get a little piece of that energy. Monitoring spirits, familiar spirits. How to spot them? Easy. Just watch them, discern. I told you already how they all do the same thing. How to spot them. Especially if you if you come out your crib And there's always somebody coming in and out their apartment. Different people or same people, but there's always somebody in the hallway. Always. Coming in or coming out. Monitoring spirit, energy vampire, they be, it's like it's a timing, right? Or even when you in your crib too, right? You hear like a certain bang on them. Boom, boom, boom. Certain noises try to throw you off. It's the noise. Pay attention to it, man. But that's something that witches and warlocks love to do too, to try to steal somebody's energy, like a little piece of it. They'll cut a corner, especially when you go outside. They'll turn that corner real quick, look at you and turn that corner. Come down the stairs on cue, open the door real fast. Or they move real fast around you to try to cut through or cut beside you. It's try to get a little jump scare. Get a little piece of that. It's a tactic. And the noise is just another thing to just try to throw you off with the frequency. But they do it too out of the blue to throw you off. It could be that, or when you say something powerful, say something truthful, you got noises as well to back it up with noises. Spiritual horns is a real thing too. So you got to pay attention to that. So I just had to just make this video to just see that in her reaction. You can even do it on Google, on YouTube, and you could type in Ariana Grande gets scared of a train horn, and look at her reaction. She's doing an interview, all of a sudden, boom, you know, see, and she started and looked back. Now look at that, and then look how Cynthia was all on top of Ariana, just all on her. Energy vampires, yo. Now all of y'all monitoring spirits, familiar spirits, a lot of y'all waking up, unplugging your light, your aura, your frequency. You seeing them, right? You feeling them, you seeing them. That's what they do. That's where you seeing everything. Oh, everything on cue, right? The timing of the corner. Always a car parked somewhere. Nowadays, there's noises. The noise comes on cue or a honk, but it's like when you walk by, a siren on cue. But when you do it, when you walk by, it's when you get close, because you're spiritual, it's energy. It ain't fake, it's real. How do I spot monitoring spirits, familiar spirits? Easy. Once you start seeing the patterns, pay attention to the same faces you keep seeing in your community, wherever you go. It's the same faces, the same people, the same stuff. Different time, different day, different hour. It don't matter. Why am I always seeing the same people? In a different day, different hour, I try to switch it up. The same people. Come on, it's just spiritual, man. Monitoring spirits. Just jumping, body hacking people. Some of them are witches and warlocks, and you see it too. Whether they beat it or not beat it, you see them, you feel it. So you see them. They see you too. How do I see them and spot them? Well, of course you're gonna see the reactions that they do, always fidgeting and communicate with one another. The tactics don't change. Step out your crib. Why is there always somebody coming in and out? Always somebody in the hallway. Or why is there always somebody coming down or up on the stairs? Why? The places where you be like, where it feels like there's no privacy. When you feel so, yo, this even places, you know, where you be like, all right, this block looks dead, or certain hours. Why is it? That's how you know. Certain hours of the day or certain spots that you know, even before you saw it was dead, quiet. Always somebody there, or now there's some people there now. Always. So it's like, why is somebody always coming out of the building, like always on my floor, coming in or coming out? Always. It's like, when can I just always, or even when I'm going down the stairs, somebody happens to now all of a sudden on time and come down the stairs or coming up the stairs or be right there or on cue or turning the corner. Always, when you see, you see. So I just wanted to just let you know, pay attention to that video, watch it from a spiritual, right? Watch it, see her reaction, her energy. It took a little quick of that. Look at that reaction. And look at how Cynthia's been with her, around her, always touching her, holding her hand, clingy. Energy vampires, your light, your aura, your energy. Yo, the people, it's real. And you see them. When those who operate low, like they be around that. They want to be around that energy. Feed off of that. Energy vampire is a real thing. It's a real thing. And that's something that witches and warlocks do too. There's light and there's dark. And that's tactics that they do too. You hear the banging, you hear the roar, and to pay attention to the noises. And when you see, Once you see, you see. So even follow me. I told you already. When you see the pattern, it don't change. That's why you see what you see. They yawn. They do the things that they do. Energy vampires always yawning, negative energy, and always spitting. So you see those operating on low, and you see those who's on your level too, and you can feel it. You can feel it. And then, of course, monitoring spirit, when you see them communicate with one another, that's how you see who's who. When you see them, look at them and you hear the honk, see, they all do the same thing. When they look at one another, those involved, those around, involved in what they do, those the spirits is using. Come on. Let's say you're going to the grocery, right? You online, you putting your food there. Somebody could be in the front already, putting the stuff in the bag, already cashed it. You got somebody next to you right here. Somebody's already doing that. Your discernment, hedge of protection, right? You seeing it. That person looks at you, makes a face, but they're looking at the person beside you because it's energy, right? Spiritual. That person is doing, and that other person is doing the same thing. Coding. They look at each other and around, those involved. Those blended in. Spiritual awakening, not flesh awakening. Spiritual. But yeah, man, it's a real thing. So pay attention to the noises that you see on cue. The noises. Because that's another way how they try to take that energy of yours. By doing these little quick scare, it's like little small jump scares. So they gotta do that little noise. They gotta throw you off with a siren or a horn. Or somebody yelling yelling around you when they're quiet, but it's like, yeah, because it's the aura, right? They gotta take that piece. So it's like, pay attention to that. It's a real thing, man. When you see, you see.